Well, that's it. That was Uncharted Drake's Fortune. What did I think of the game? It was great. I loved it. Loved every second of it, except for the technical difficulties. That was some bullshit right at the end. I don't even know if I'm gonna cut any of that out, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this game was fun. So yeah, like overall, so the game itself, it's aged probably the least. I was gonna say the least best. it hasn't aged as well as the other entries have. Let's say, because you got like the grenade button dedicated to a whole button on the D-pad, and like you have to like aim and like tilt with the 6-axis. Pogo, company mascot, morale builder, and food patrol. Yeah, because you had to aim with a 6-axis and all that. I actually personally kind of like that personally, which is kind of a shame it's not brought back in Nathan Drake collection, which might be strange to say, strange to hear, considering how much of a dated feature that is. But honestly, I personally kind of like it because it helps me like detect exactly where my grenade is gonna land, as opposed to the cast, as opposed to the what's it called, the where you just gotta aim with the stick, just just aim with the right analog stick, just aim upwards, and you won't even get to see where it's actually gonna land, because it's based on a fixed distance of where you throw the arc. But either way, yeah, the game, other than that and like the weird aiming, there's a lot of early installment like quirks about the first one, like a lot of games have that. But honestly, it doesn't really take too much away from what is honestly a super great experience, like game experience. Like the later ones are a lot more cinematic and very cinematic, very showy, very climactic, and all that. And honestly, it's for the better. It's such a great, rich series, and very humble throughout, I'd say. And the gameplay itself is just still really smooth and very fun to do. But this one, I feel like this one in particular, I feel like has the most like game feel, if that makes any sense. Like it feels the most like a game, like other than like the later ones where it's, I guess, more realistic and. Well, I say realistic, but then you got like stuff like The Last of Us, which came after this, not immediately after this game, but like after the series that came after this series. Like a lot more gritty and stuff. But then you got Uncharted, which is a lot more swashbuckling and adventurous, which is just the overall tone of the series, and I love that. But it also has like its serious moments at its core as well. And this soundtrack is just great. Greg Edmondson did a fantastic job on the soundtrack for this game, and for the trilogy onward. But yeah, I don't know. Something about this one, just in a game sense, it's a bit finicky at times. I've had to wrestle with it a few times, and every time I revisit this game, I always end up having to wrestle with it. Like especially when you snap the cover and all that. It's a lot more streamlined, a lot more smooth than the later ones. But even still, I like the whole like mechanic of like, you know, doing the brutal combo and how like just quick and easy the combat, like the hand-to-hand combat is, and all that. Whereas in 2 and 3, it's a lot more smooth and cinematic and a little more involved, especially in 3. It's really I don't know. It's hard to explain in like if you play the game, and I guess if you also watch it, but like if you play it, it feels really nice. Like this ended up being one of those games that really felt like a different experience from watching it and playing it. Like I remember when I watched, I'll tell the story in a little greater detail, but I ended up going through most of Uncharted 2 in like a single day when I first started. We'll get to that story when we get there, but like because it was super gripping, like as a game and as a story. Like the presentation was super great. Like when we get to it, because we will play the rest of the series at some point. We're not going to play the second one immediately, but it really shows just in the very first scene. Like if you've never even seen the game before, like if this is your first time viewing anything Uncharted through me, thank you / I'm sorry, but it like 2 in particular, it really like it takes the presentation up to 11 with how it's so masterfully done. It's no wonder why it's considered one of the greatest games of all time, and also one of the greatest openings in a video game in general, and just one of the best Uncharted games. Like for me, it's 2 and 4 tied with the best Uncharted game. And finally, special thanks to everyone. Yeah, this is a great time. I honestly had a really great time with this game. through and through. Like it didn't age as well as the later ones, but it still holds a very special place in my heart as a game, and even as a story. It's short, but it's super fucking sweet. I think it's actually the shortest of the Uncharted games, also. Maybe Lost Legacy, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. In any case, this has been Uncharted Drake's Fortune, and we can go back. So we can go back at any time to go back and collect any of the treasures that we missed. However, there's not really much of a point in doing that since we've got every single one. In fact, we can just check it out right here. Look at all that. All that. This is us. This is all us. I'm very happy that I was able to remember where all these were, even if I did have to look up a guide. But even remembering a lot of the locations, like I'm proud just from rewatching them for reference's sake, was still really something I'm proud of personally. Just being able to remember all that. But here's all the medals that we got as well. Just on this one adventure. Should have been tracking. Maybe I could have tracked these, just how many medals I got, like in the stats. But we got quite a bit. We managed to get a medal at least once per session. So these two are the ones for hard and crushing. I've gotten them already. With these medal points, I think you have to actually unlock. I forget if you actually have to unlock them through. I think you actually do have to unlock them through gameplay. Like you go into the game and you pause the game. And then you can unlock different weapons, like weapons that you can have on the fly anytime you want. Custom skins, like you can play as Elena, you can play as Sully, you can play as Eddie. Any of the heroes and villains, you can also have different skins, like costumes for Drake, for Nathan Drake. Like you can have him in like a red shirt, like baseball red shirt. And Doughnut Drake, which I will actually show off in a bit. Just give me a minute. Okay, so here we are, back in chapter 1. I have my 100% save file loaded up for this very occasion. We have all the rewards here. We have earned on this file 1,000 out of 1,000 medal points. The max you can get. That's for getting every single medal in the game. All the medals right here. Look how awesome I am. Just got all these in my own time, and especially this one. Wow, like this one. Whew. The Survivor one is pretty tough too. But either way, rewards. So. You can unlock. There's a number of different things that we can unlock besides just the skins, but we'll show off the skins right now. We have Doughnut Drake, which is we might as well just take the time to show off every single one that we can here. But it does take a while to load. This is Doughnut Drake. Has a Doughnut shirt on and everything. Looks pretty cool. Repping the dev team here. All right, and then we have. Might as well just show off every single one. Why not? Wetsuit Drake, which you already seen. It's basically you can just run around in the wetsuit anytime you want. Victor Sullivan. Yeah, Sully time. You still share the same voice, of course. Oh yeah, it's we can also be just clone ourselves into Elena Fisher here, but she'll be in the normal UDF Uncharted Drake's Fortune is the acronym. The normal outfit, but we are quite tall to fit with Drake's physique. Bang bang bang. Next up we have Doughnut Drake. Aw, yeah. Well, actually, we'll show up. Fuck it. Doughnut Drake. Doughnut Drake for the win. It's how it must be. This is the one we were waiting for, baby. Yeah, blow him up. Boom. In the later games, his voice is actually deepened to go with the whole fat physique. But it's quite a novelty. This skin. I don't think it's brought back in regular Uncharted 3, but it's brought back in the remaster. But other than that. We also have Cartoon Drake, which really fits with the aesthetic of how this game in particular works, and I kind of like it. Like, look at him, look how goofy he looks, like a fucking DreamWorks character, all big and buff on the top, not so much on the bottom. Oh man, it's fucking the tiny ass waist and the big fucking feet. It's fucking great. You also might notice we have enter a special button sequence to unlock. You may find it surprising that in this game, a next gen game, well. Pretty much bordering onto the next gen at this time. In 2007, cheat codes are starting to be phased out, but this one still retains it. And if you believe it, there are 5 rewards. The other 4 being right down here. A bunch of making of cutscenes and concept art stuff are unlocked only through cheat codes. So even if you've gotten all the points, you still have to input the button sequences. So we're gonna do that right this second. I actually have the codes up here right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I never input these in my life, so I wanted to say it before this occasion. So what you do is press left, right. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Baseball shirt Drake. Left, right, down, up, triangle, R1, L1, square. Hey! Awesome! Baseball shirt Drake. Let's see what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it's the red shirt here. Hell yeah, awesome. I think I might have seen this in other games and just concept art in general. Get your ass off my boat. Whatcha! Brutal combo your ass. Nice, it looks cool. It probably looks better with different lighting, but even still, I really like that particular costume. Now, let's go ahead and, for posterity's sake, we'll show off the cheat code for these ones. So, making a cutscene, time's up. So I think we have to roll over the one that we want. So, for time's up, L1, right, square, down, left, triangle, R1, up. Did we do it? Oh, I think my controller was acting up there. Let's try it again. L1, right, square, down, left. What the fuck? That's not what I told you to do, game. L1, right, square, down, left, triangle, R1, up. There we go. I don't know why it's exiting out when I'm doing the code. Maybe I'm pressing the button too hard. Either way, let's do grave robbing next. For this one, we do left R2, right, up, L2, triangle, square, down. Awesome. Why does it exit out every time? That's so weird. It seems to do it every time I press down or something like that, on the or anything on the D-pad. Either way, concept art gallery bonus 1. For that one, we do L2, right, up, square, left, triangle, R1, down. Nice. Well, I guess it's just doing that, so we'll just live with it. And down here, for concept art bonus 2, we do square, L1, right, left, down, R2, triangle, up. Nice. That's everything unlocked. Now we have all the rewards. How beautiful. This is my very first time actually doing this. Like, codes and all. So, now that we got all those unlocked, I probably want to show off those. Well, I'll probably see those in my own time, but either way. Let's show off the villain skins, too. So we can be a pirate and just turn on them. Which kind of pirate are we? This guy. Big buff man. Showing off our tattoos. What else we got? The mercenary. Mercenary is the tier 2 enemy. I'm big bad man. I show you how big bad man I am. Oh damn. Oh right, I think I have one-shot kills unlocked because I wanted to unlock the. I actually didn't have for some reason the survivor trophy unlocked, even though actually doing it gives you the trophy. But I have the trophy, but for some reason I didn't get it on this file. I guess I thought I did, but I went and did it off screen like just before this. But we can also be Eddie Raja, and even better. This is a good time to show off the weapon select. From here on, we can choose any of these, as long as we have the medal points for it. We can pick any weapon that we want. We can even pick Eddie's golden gun, and of course we're gonna do that. Cause look at that shit. Now we nobody messes with Eddie Raja. Now if we go over here, we can pick any weapon we want, but we can also be Gabriel Roman, the big bad old guy. Yes, Gabriel Roman. Got my ass shot by my own dragon. Speaking of the dragon, I talk Navarro, voiced by Robin Downs, not to be confused with Robin Downs from last time when we played Call of Duty. Hey yo, get the fuck back! And then we have, I think that's pretty much all the villain skins. And yeah, weapon select I already showed off. Render mode select. So this is basically we get a better spread of these. Later on in the series, but for now it's just these three. We can have black and white. We can have a sepia tint. We can have the next gen filter, the puke green kind of filter. One thing I loved about it, I think they say this in the behind the scenes videos that you can watch on this game, like in the menus, like in the extras. But they make fun of how every game has this filter, like Call of Duty and all that, back during this time. And I think it's kind of funny how they just poked fun at that by making it a filter just in general. But we're going to keep that off because look how much more vibrant that is. My God. Uncharted is just a beautiful game. And the fact that they were able to just abuse that was funny. Yeah, so most of these you can just see in the gallery and stuff. You got fast motion, which makes everything pretty much faster than a little faster than it was, which made it easy to get. I put it on easy mode and went fast motion and just one shot killed everything, infinite ammo just to get the survivor trophy easy. Mirror World mirrors the game from left to right, so this is actually a pretty fun challenge kind of thing to kind of make the game a little fresh. So if you want to run through the game with just a mirrored world, then you can do that. But what's even cooler is you can flip world. Flips left and right in the game world every time that Drake dies. So this is actually a pretty good, cool thing for challenge run. I think I did this one in particular on my Uncharted 4 run, my crushing run, because I wanted a different experience, and that was interesting to say the least. I wish I'd done it with the other 3, but still, I really like this one personally. It's really cool. It makes it fresh. You can go slow motion. Can we turn both of these on now? You can go slow motion, make it all epic. Boo, boo, boo. Or how about super slow motion? It's really reminding me of like Lord of the Rings 2 when they had this option. Oh man, you later watch out, boy. Oh, I got punched. Get the fuck back. I missed. I got you. That's it. All right, that can get a little. That can sometimes get a little obnoxious. But it's fun if you just want to have a laugh. Infinite ammo, obviously, pretty obvious. One-shot kills, also pretty obvious. The rest we got. Now let's show off what happens when you. Let's go put Navarro at sea one last time. Woohoo! Go swimming. Oh my God! If that's what it takes to get wet around here in Panama, I don't ever want to get wet again. It's a good thing we had to be this guy, because he deserves it. He deserves to be buried at sea. That damn terrorist supporter. Let's go and get my. We gotta get the real skin around here though. Hell yeah! Look at this beauty. Look at this man. he looks so chubby. I love him. Oh man, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the skins for all the extras. That's pretty cool. So if you want to check that out yourself, the other extras, play the game yourself. It's fun. I recommend it. Yeah, that'll do it for that. But yeah, that's been Uncharted. That's been Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know it was a blast for me. Probably 8.8 or 8.5 out of 10. It's a great game. It was a great project, barring the technical difficulties. But it shows his age a little bit. But it's still, I'd go back to play this game any day if you asked me to. But yeah, like any game in the Uncharted, you can't go wrong with Uncharted personally. Like any game in the series, even Golden Abyss. Like Golden Abyss, it may be handheld and it may be tied down a little bit by the fact that it's handheld. Even still, it's very impressive for a handheld game. But like, honestly, any Uncharted game will work for me. Like just yo, you got just put a gun to my head and tell me play Uncharted fucking 3 or whatever. I'll be like, yeah, I'll do it. Just don't shoot me before I beat it. Yeah, just something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we'll definitely get around to playing more of the series in the future. I don't know about Golden Abyss though, because Golden Abyss is kind of finicky. Because in the first place, it's hard to record PS Vita, but there's no re-release for the game outside of emulator, and I don't know. Well, I know people have been trying to make it work on emulator. I don't know how that's gonna translate well if it ever comes to PC, especially because it's so heavily reliant on the Vita's like features, like the touchscreen and that one section where you gotta point the back of the PS Vita system into a source of light to unveil a message, which I thought was really cool. But at the same time, I'm like, this is gonna be tough to record with, probably. Like even if you installed like a capture point, but even still, I would love to get around to playing all the Uncharted games that I'm able to in the future, because this series is just one of my favorites. Truly, I love this game to the moon and back. This game, Uncharted 2, 3, 4, just all of them. It's great. But enough gushing. Let's end this. So yeah, once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this. It's been a blast. I hope you guys will stick around for the next playthrough that we got in store for Fantasy Month. It's Fantasy Month by the time this is going up, probably. Hopefully, I'll get the next project up by before Fantasy Month is even over, because I'm still behind on uploads. Hopefully, I can get this done, get this all out pretty soon. But in any case, it's been a blast as always. Hope you'll enjoy me. Hope you'll join me for the next adventure. You'll see what it is. It's fantasy related. It's gonna be awesome. I hope you'll think so too. But until later, guys, take care of yourselves. Be safe. I love you all, and keep on fortune hunting. Bye.